Greetings, Eric Arnold back in the sports barn, Friday the 13th, sometime in the afternoon. Here to get you the remainder of the college football games for the weekend. It's going to be, I guess, there's some good games, even though we're missing probably 10 of them, and some of them are pretty good games that got canceled. Uh, yeah, I lose track of which ones. I think I'm going to get the SEC games. I think they get those. They're just moving them back. The Big Ten games, I think they're just scrubbing them all together. So I guess Ohio State's already lost a game now. Yeah, I guess they're, again, holding out hope that when they are 5-0, that'll be enough to push us into the playoffs. So maybe. Who knows? Anyway, let's get to it. These are losers. I teach you. The losing continues. I mean, we're just not good right now. But if you're consistent, there's still ways to, it's useful information. In other words, if I'm consistently shitty, I'm giving you good information. All you got to do then is play the opposite. That's how, as easy as it gets. So, you people that are thinking, this guy sucks, use that information. But at any rate, tomorrow, haven't got West Virginia right all year. Every time I say they win, they lose. So I think they're going to win tomorrow. This feels like, these were the kind of games I used to look for. That Southern team coming north in November. It's not going to be that cold tomorrow, but still, this is more West Virginia weather than it is TCU weather. So we definitely like West Virginia minus the 3 tomorrow. That I'm, for what it's worth, I'm going to call that a top play. Wake Forest, we're going to take the 13 against North Carolina. That's another team. I haven't had any luck with those guys. I think it'd be easier for me to tell you the teams I have had luck with. But Wake Forest seems to be not that bad of a team. And Carolina, they have scored a ton of points in a handful of games this year. And then the others, they've just failed to show up at all. So I guess we're just hoping this is a game Carolina doesn't show up for. And we'll take the 13 at Chapel Hill. All the money on this game is on Miami. Therefore, we're taking my Virginia Tech. I don't know. I think Virginia Tech hasn't played well this year. Yeah, I just kind of think maybe this is a good spot for them. That's some solid rationale. We'll put one star on there. I'm going to start just doing things different. I cannot. Indiana is the 10th ranked team in the country. I don't know what bizarre world we're in. I hate it. I hate it though. But and they're 7-point favorites at Michigan State, a team that generally dominates them. So therefore, I'm going to take Indiana. We'll put 1 star on that. Rutgers, what are they doing? 5.5 points favorites over anybody. So we'll take them for 1 star. Again, why not? I do think that's a better team with Schiano at head coach. And Illinois is no real great shake. Generally speaking, structurally, historically, Illinois is much stronger than Rutgers. But this is 2020, and nothing makes sense. So we'll take Rutgers. Middle Tennessee State has actually played Marshall pretty tough here in recent years. And now suddenly, Marshall's a 24-point favorite. I guess by the current thinking, I should take Marshall because it makes no sense at all. But we're taking Middle Tennessee, Marshall people. I mean, seriously, you've struggled with this team. You're going to just whoop these boys by 24 points? I don't know. I see Marshall getting a W, but 24, I'll take the points. All right, what else we got here? Let's see. I think the thinking here, Tulane and Army. Tulane already played Navy this year, and they lost. And Navy and Army are pretty similar. So by that thinking, you should take Army, right? Well, I think Tulane now they've seen the running the triple option, and they kind of have a baseline, and they can adjust and practice towards it, and they can look at the film and go, okay, now see what we did wrong here? You failed to do X, and if we do X on Saturday, we'll beat this team. And I think Tulane is probably just a better team than Army, so we'll lay the 3.5 there. That's 2 stars. Here's a good one of the old wrestling term matches they used to have: get out of town matches. Loser gets out of town, and then of course they would just go down to the next town and do it again. But this is a get out of town match because James Franklin and Scott Frost are battling here to see who's going to get fired first. I would argue Franklin is much closer to getting canned than Frost is at 0-3. I guess that's one reason we're just going to say Penn State's going to figure out a way to get this game. They're laying 3 at Nebraska. Somehow Franklin's going to get this game and save his job. That's what we say. So 1 star there. Lafayette, for the umpteenth time, we'll take them again. They've beaten us. We've played them all year. They've won most of their games. They never cover. We'll do it again. Why not? Lay the 15.5. Appy State -17. There was a lot of steam on this game. We're taking Appy State. That's where the steam is. 2 stars there over Georgia State. I guess this is our big game, I guess. I guess NBC was playing this up, because now Notre Dame, their bell cow of a team that they hang the whole network on, actually beat Clemson with a backup quarterback. I'm not sure that's that impressive. But now Notre Dame is in the playoff hunt, and they are 11-point. We get that wrong. That's wrong. I don't think that game's in South Bend. I got it written up here like it's in South Bend. I think this game's at Boston College. All right, well, screw it. I'm not going to rewrite it there. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I got that reversed, that the game's in Boston College, and Notre Dame's an 11-point favorite. The money, and I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not. I'm confused. What else is new? Let's see. As you can tell, I did this rather quickly. Yeah, the game is in the game's in Boston College. So the game's at Boston College. I got that screwed up. So if that makes you less confident in my top play here of Notre Dame, well, feel free to fade it and take Boston College. The money's coming in on Boston College. That number just in the last handful of hours was at 13. Notre Dame was a 13-point favorite. Now it's 11. So the money's hammering in on Boston College. I don't care. I'm taking Notre Dame. I'm not impressed with Boston College. And I know that everybody looks back to the 93 game there where Notre Dame beat Florida State, the great Florida State team. And then the next week stepped on their dick at home against Boston College. Tom Coughlin, field goal at the end, which was very exciting because I hated Notre Dame back then. So that was an exciting game for me. But I don't know. It just feels like, you know what? No one's taking Notre Dame here? Why not? I'll take them. Sure. 2 stars on USC. Arizona, they didn't play last week for some reason. So I think these teams that have a game under their belt, I think there has been a trend that these teams are playing better than the team that hasn't played yet. I think we're almost out of these kind of games now. I think it's November and everybody's actually played a game. Can't you believe it? I like this game, Tulsa at home against SMU. SMU got beat pretty handily early in the year by Cincinnati. And I think Tulsa is sort of similar to Cincinnati. I think both can run the ball. The game's in Tulsa. It's going to be windy, which I think will hurt SMU more than it will Tulsa. So we like laying 2.5 at home with Tulsa. I like that one. So that's a top play for us, again, for what it's worth. We'll take Arkansas. Florida coming off the huge win over Georgia. Good for Florida. I saw an article that said this is back to the Spurrier days. Like, wow, I lived in Florida in the mid '90s when Spurrier was coach down there. I had a lot of fun in Florida. Those were good days. So if that's what that means is we're going back to the days when things were good, then I'm all for it. Go Florida. But I'll take Arkansas here in the 17. Wisconsin, 4.5-point favorites at Michigan. How many times? I was going to say how many times has this happened, but I guess, in the not too distant past, Michigan's been pretty bad. The Rich Rod days up there, and then there was some Brady Hoke in there, and those guys might be back to that again. It's embarrassing how bad Michigan has been lately. But, so we'll just take Wisconsin again, all right, doesn't make sense. Take it. 2 stars on Wisconsin. These two teams always play very tough, Purdue and Northwestern. We'll take the 3. I'm having a tough time seeing an undefeated Northwestern rolling into the Big Ten championship game. Is there a Big Ten championship game? Hell, I don't even know. So I think there is. At any rate, we're going to take Purdue there and take the 3 points. And then lastly, we're going to lay the 11.5 with Mississippi. I think South Carolina's a bad team. They just get destroyed by Texas A&M. Ole Miss is going to throw the ball all over the place. If South Carolina couldn't stop A&M, I'm not sure they're going to stop Ole Miss. So we'll lay the 11.5 there. All right, so what do we have here? Recap. We like West Virginia. We like Notre Dame. We like Tulsa. Those are the ones we like the best. I'll have to get you some pro games. We're much better in the pros than we are in college, so I'll have to do that. I don't know when I'm going to get that done. Probably tomorrow. Hopefully, let's put it this way. I'll try to get it done before the noontime kickoff of the college games, or I'll just be depressed again when I give you the picks because all my college picks will be losing. I'm just going to be angry and pissed. So I'll try to get it up before noon, but that's difficult because, for me it's difficult. We work at night. Let's put it that way, and things don't start happening here in the sports barn until late right now. So anyway, good. Thanks. Great. We'll see you for the pro picks tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All you, if you're any political subscribers suffering through this, I'm going to get you something right now. It's going to be nothing exciting. It's just basically going to be me rambling in a circle, just like I am right now. So I'll talk to you soon.